Good evening, friends. Welcome you all to the literature review designing phase of the presentation of mine, in which we would be checking out, as to what are the various ways in which I can go ahead to design the Excel sheet or the Word document for myself in order to plan a proper literature review from my side, and what all things are necessary into it. Now, here in this particular presentation of mine, I'll be focusing exclusively on the Excel template itself. Now, what do I need for literature review designing phase? Designing of the Excel sheet, think for a few days as to what I need in my literature review. How am I going to categorize it? How will I customize my review of the readings? How much time must be allocated for the recognition of the gaps? Should I take someone's help for my literature review? Is designing sheet or the design sheet different from domain to domain? Is it different? That's what I wanted to know. And who are the best people who may help me out in this? Where can I get the help? Now, this is very interesting, and you should start thinking, where are the places where or from which corner, I should proceed further so that I can get the help for my own literature review. And what must I do to the Excel sheet or the Word document or any other note taking method that has been showcased? Which one should I apply so that I'm able to understand it? Now, if we are able to know all these things, trust me, you would be able to, find out your own things and make your life much more easier than what others are taking care of it. Review of literature phase, I mean, especially the designing phase, I have seen that is a wonderful area wherein we can learn a lot. Now, going forward from here, you will see that I'll be introducing to you my own sheet, though it is not the complete one. Part of it I'm seeing, and as I told you, that literature review is a very personal one and you are the best judge to understand it, so you should be as creative as possible. Now, here you will see that first and foremost I have categorized it as a block completely under publication. Here you will see that under that I have got author, then I have got the title, then I have got the date for the particular article or the research paper that I'm reading. Then comes the place of time, date of my own reading which I have done. Then comes what exactly I been doing with this particular paper. Date here, the second date means the date of reading. That's what I have written it out very clearly so that you are able to understand. Then comes the keywords, purpose number one, and then comes the keywords to see what it is, and then you can see the categories that I have kept it under the publication, including the citation, because sometimes when I'm writing a critical review paper, which I make it mandatory for every research scholar to at least publish one critical review paper before they can go ahead with the proper. Now, category of that particular article, you can make your own drop down menu box which has been taught to you. If not, then we will see later on. Categorize it and you can place your journal. Now, similarly, we will see the research theory, with which I have made it up, and under that the various categories are present for myself in order to understand this particular sheet, so that I know what exactly I am looking forward in my own paper. For example, we have seen under the publication, then under the research theory, you can research study, sorry, I have still categorized it further, whether this what has not been included into it, and then what has been included, then argument structure, whether it is logical or are there any gaps in it, then the contribution, how does it do it, and what are the various ways, how does it contribute to my area. Then comes how is it useful for me, what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses or the limitation. Then comes the variables as per the particular article. Now, here under the variables I have just mentioned only 4. However, you can increase the number of variables as per the research, and you can make a permanent slot for the variables as such, and you can understand whether it is DV, IDV, endogenous, exogenous, or the other categories that we have got for the variables you can even showcase there. Then comes the research methodology area, wherein you will see that we are focusing on the research design. Then comes research methodology, technique that has been used to, and this is all with respect to that particular paper or the research article that you are reading. Then comes what we call it as the gaps. Now gaps is again very short one I have introduced. There's a complete process is there, which maybe in after few days I will be showcasing to you as to how to proceed further with the gap analysis completely, and then we will understand. Under this I have just showcased out here the variables first and foremost, whether they are there. We will be seeing it all by yourself that yes, the paper is absolutely qualitative analysis one. They have done that one. Now however, can we proceed further with the same paper given those qualitative I should say variables that has been recognized? Can I proceed further with the quantitative? Who stopped you? You can go. So how to proceed further and how to recognize them? Methodology, then the missing links which are present, techniques, as I told you, some of them might be purely empirical studies. Can I turn it into quantitative study or the qualitative study? These are the things that you need to understand. Tool, then designing part of it, qualitative or quantitative, and how to make. I have seen majority of the papers, they have just focused on qualitative without touching upon the quantitative. Can't we turn this qualitative papers into quantitative papers? Of course, yes, you can do. And there are techniques in which we can even proceed further. Then comes the limitations of that particular paper. Under the technical and non-technical part, you can check it out. Then comes the implications, which I don't see, again, majority of the students, as though, writing for a journal is different and for your review of literature. No, please make it a point that it should be included, and when you're doing it, you should be able to understand the categories. For example, here, managerial thing that has been presented out, is it a theoretical implication, practical, and general ones? Which one they have given, or a social one? Now, similarly, with the future scope also you can do, and you can see whether there are missing links in implications and scopes also or not. You can make a note about it and then carry forward. I mean, this is just a small introduction that I have given to you. You can make a very beautiful one. Still, you can add some more categories which I have not done purposely, and if you add it, you will see that the level of the meta-analysis, meta-synthesis, because this is the age where we are not just restricting ourselves with this one only. After this, we need to go forward with the meta-analysis, meta-synthesis. So I would say, why not with this level itself? You can understand it, and then you can proceed further with the other two things. So I would be showcasing immediately from here. I would be moving towards the meta-analysis of the literature review, how to do it and how to proceed further. First, we will understand the concept fully, and then through the help of certain softwares and the tools that are available, we will go ahead and take care of it. So thanks a lot. So welcome back again to yet another series on meta-analysis.